Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and we're back here in Transport Fever 2 for the Island Hub series, and we are sat here on an aeroplane flying a seaplane, as it were, actually, to be more precise and accurate, flying into the port at Georgetown. But it's kind of stuck in midair because if you look all the way down there in the bottom right corner, you'll see it is December the 31st of 1968. So before we go any further, I want this year to tick over and see what exciting vehicles we've got available to us in 1969. So let's just tap it forward a little bit. There our plane goes, hopefully missing the trees there as it comes into the bay. A new bus, a electric locomotive, 71, that looks quite good, possibly. Tram or train, one or other. Unfortunately the icon doesn't tell you, it just says it's a vehicle, doesn't it? More trams or trains. And we were looking at trams, I think, at the end of the last episode, so we might actually have a look at that before we go much further. Indian Railway Company. I did work out what that ICF stood for, and I've forgotten. Actually, I think it is the factory that produces the trains, doesn't it? Or isn't it? Yeah, rather than the Indian Railway Network. I don't know. If you know any better, then please do let me know if you are familiar with the Indian railway system. Lots of variants of a multi-unit by the look of it. Japanese. Oh, that's it. Okay, let's have a quick pause then before that plane takes off. Though actually, is it carrying people? No. Okay. So how long have you been flying for? 3 months. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, we haven't gone forward at all, really. Well, a week or two perhaps from the end of the last episode. So that new route hasn't bedded in yet, but it will. I am fairly certain, he said. Actually, talking of new routes, I did notice that the new sort of vaguely high speed route we put in between let's go up to Izmir. Over here, lovely Izmir on the little separate island here. So we go here, Izmir Central. We've got a line that goes from Izmir to Ajaxpost to Dien, and it's got 4 of these rather long trains on. They carry 161 each, which is a modest amount. Yeah, definitely. They're not entirely full, but then it's quite possible that one of them is. If I do this. If I put that over there so it sticks, and that one's full, that one's not full. That's going up to Izmir, is it? Okay, you would have thought it'd be full, and that one's going to DBP, Dien. Yeah, apart from Izmir, I noticed that the number of waiting passengers at Dien is more than the 160. Almost double. Almost double. In fact, that is double, isn't it? I think 32 something. Yeah, and in Ajaxpost is even more. Actually, yes, there are relatively few that want to go to Izmir because Izmir is a relatively underdeveloped city on our map, but bucket loads of people want to go to Dien. So I'm thinking we might need to upgrade these trains already. How old are they? They're not that old. If we go here. 7 months, barely a year old. So the question then is, do we want longer trains or do we want more trains on here? So if we actually pull one of you up, let's just say number 10. So let's look at your details again. You are 141 in length. I think we should be able to fit a longer train into our stations. Certainly Ajaxpost should be fine. Dien probably. Izmir likely to be okay, but can we actually manage these vehicles? Get rid of that white colour. Is there a better one available to us? What have we got here? Oh yeah, this particular multi-unit set. The modder who developed it, who put it into our workshop, has given appropriate names to each unit in the consist. Just makes it slightly more difficult for me to find things, but there you go. Actually, this is quite a long train, so if it's got 2 of those and 2, I don't know. Let's have a look. So this is a multi-unit electric. It's the 153 series. Is it the 7 cars? That's for 6, 8, 9. That's 12. So is that you? No, it's not you. You carry 280. Was it the 7 car or 6 car one? Oh, so it'd be one of those, 2 of those. That's 3. 2 of those. That's 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's a 7 car one. Yeah, it's not 2 of a double unit. It's 2 of an individual unit. Okay, so which one are you? Ah, there you are. 161. We could, I think, put in a longer car. How long are you? And you carry 256. Is there there's nothing in between really, is there, I suppose? We could add more units to it. Or we could have electric locomotive and wagons. But did we actually get any more new units in here in 1969? Probably not. Oh yeah, we got these, and they're 2 car units. Do they go with a new loco? I'm not seeing a new loco or anything there for them. Wagons. No, it is definitely just those units. Oh, you're the early one. You're 4 cars. You carry 170. You only go 75 though. Where these go at 81. You carry 72. So that's okay. We'd need 3 of those then, really, wouldn't we? You're not very powerful though. That's the and you go slowly. No, you're not good enough. You're better though. So if we put one of you in, that's 170. I'm tempted to do that. They look quite sexy, don't they? And apparently I save money by doing this. That looks like a minus number to replace all those trains. Yeah, what's your power? Oh, you're not as powerful though. Okay. What about a locomotive? Let's get rid of that for a second. Do we have a high-speed electrical... Oh, we've got the Russian. Hugely powerful though, which means you're going to be expensive. And all the other ones are that much slower. Okay, so if we put you in there, what about passenger wagons? Can I change this to top speed? I can, of course. I know that. You go 99, you only carry 40. You go 81. Ah, these are the Indian ones. We could try these. They're brand new. They carry 32. Okay, apart from the generator coaches. Interesting. What's that for then? I don't. Alright, let's add a few of those. So that's a little bit longer, 192 capacity. It's going to cost me nearly 58 million. It's probably going to be a darn sight more expensive to run. But let's try it. Let's see what happens on that line. And we'll let that run on and we'll see how that turns out. Now, something else that I wanted to do, actually it was been mentioned by... Mad Hatter, I think it was, who mentioned a couple of times, why don't you upgrade all your low-speed standard rail track to high-speed? And I said, well, I have wherever I've needed it, I think. But then I took another look at the map and realised there is actually a fair amount, not a lot, but a modest amount of low-speed track or standard track already or still on the map. So if we do this, so yeah, I mean, this is... short routes, you see, running old-fashioned steam trains. Can I... Oh, there you are. Highlight. Can I highlight the whole of that? I can. And change that. So we'll change all this to high speed. I mean, it's not going to be terribly useful, perhaps, for these particular routes. I mean, it might help the trains get up to speed quicker. Not entirely sure on that, to be honest. Again, if you're more familiar or have worked some of the maths on train traction and acceleration rates in the game, then please do let me know. Just if you could very kindly confirm for me if high-speed track allows trains that don't go beyond 75 miles an hour to get up to speed faster. Assuming, of course, they've got the traction and all the rest of it to cope with that. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is going to be a low-speed freight route. Ah, yeah, we're definitely want to upgrade you. You and you bits down here. Yeah, I noticed that the further out you zoom on the map, then the greater the length of segment that you can upgrade. If you if you zoom in very closely, it will give you a much tighter, smaller amount of track to upgrade. Just so that, whoops, so you don't make the mistake of upgrading something that you didn't want. Ah, is that funky? Yes, a Japanese catenary track, which isn't the same thing at all. I'm going to leave that as is. I mean, you're not going to be doing more than 75 miles an hour in a station, are you? Are you? No, probably not. And anything else that needs changing? Don't think so. I think that's it. So, again, thank you for your reminders there, Mad Hatter. If it was you, I think it was, on getting my track. Ooh, what's going on here? Getting my track upgraded. I think we have got it pretty much all upgraded, apart from some little segments, certainly station segments of that particular Japanese catenary track that I've been using. Okay, so that's that job done, I reckon. Good, so we're all upgraded there. Now we've also had a comment from Lake Filter, who at the moment isn't entirely up to date with the series. He joined the playlist reasonably recently, so he's gradually working up to these latest episodes. So I'm not quite sure at what point he will watch this, but when you do, thank you for your suggestions and your comments. Always welcome. I love hearing comments from you. Not just Lake Filter, but anybody and everybody. It's always good to hear from you. A few episodes ago, Lake Filter commented when I was redoing the tunnels, I think for around here, and I had about 2 or 3 tunnels, separate tunnels going through, and he said, well, why don't you just put them all through one big tunnel? You could do that. You can, though I think if I remember correctly, I did comment at the time on his comment that there are some tunnels, like I think this one, modded tunnels in particular, which don't actually allow you to go beyond a certain number of tracks, like 2. So I think if I were to try and put a 3rd track in here, so it's going to be high speed. You're a freight line, aren't you? So can I put you in there? Oh, you see, it's changing the tunnel type already there. It doesn't like doing that. So I don't think we can do that there. So we'll have to use the standard tunnel type. But what I thought was, actually, that's a fairly good comment, actually. I could do that. Now, we do at the moment have, I think, 4 separate routes going down here. So let's have a look at this. On the trains, just the ones in view. So if we get right in close, we have got, yeah, just 4 routes here. So we've got 2 passenger routes, which is this upper track here, one of which is the high-speed Shinkansen route to Chengdu from Ajaxpost, and we've got 2 separated freight routes here coming from either side of Surat here. Yes, they do, sort of, going into the freight station rather than Ajaxpost Central, the Ajaxpost Maxima rather, the central passenger station. And I don't think I'd want slower freight services to be running alongside a high-speed train route, passenger route particularly. So what we can do here, he said, hopefully, is rationalise these 2 tunnels here. It does mean I think I'm going to lose my sexy curved entrance tunnel type here. I'll see if I can put it on, but probably not. So we're going to we'll have to do it here, I think. So we need that tunnel there. And then come into a combined tunnel coming out here, because they do join up here, as you can see in that double track there. So let's try this. Let's see if I'll do this as a little bit of a... Will I do a speed build? We'll see. We'll see. I might do a speed build because it's just deleting and relaying track. It's not the most complicated. We shall see. Well, that was a little bit surprising, wasn't it? We didn't need a tunnel after all. I could have, if I'd planned this out, if I'd known what would happen, if I'd prepared for this episode properly, I could have done a proper sort of grade separated junction out here, which would prevent the two lines that are using those tracks from colliding and congesting over here, sort of contending for those switches. But I didn't. So I may come back and redo this again if I work out how to do it more accurately and smoothly. But yeah, I'm not that familiar with creating grade separated junctions and the like. As you may have gathered if you watched this series for any length of time, my understanding of train and rail technology is, to be honest, a little bit limited. But there you go. We get away with it, don't we, mostly? Just a couple more signals, I think, and we should be done. One-way signals, yeah, that's fine. We'll put some in here, just along this track, and then obviously to protect these switches. Yeah, you don't want to enter there or there. And coming back in here, we'll protect that one. And we'll need to protect that as well, I think. Right, we'll see how that works. So I hope that, yeah, an unexpected result, but I hope we're all happy as like now with that setup. Possibly. Who knows? Right. Now, we did mention trams at the beginning. Well, I think we got a new tram, possibly, as we turned into 1979. And we did look at trams here, because I think they're among my oldest vehicles. The only place we're using trams at the moment is this route here, between Hong Kong Airport and the centre of Hong Kong itself, which it could do with more stops perhaps. Oh, there are a couple of buildings it misses out, so we might want to move that stop up. Yes, indeedy. And what vehicles do we have on here? These are these vehicles here, which is the KTM 1, 25 at 25. Okay, can we replace these at all? Let's have a look at what options we have for trams. Oh, we have KTM 5. Sounds like an upgrade. So we've got, this is the one we're using now, 25 at 25. You're also going 25, you carry 40. Not sure if this line would yeah. There's a modest amount of traffic, but not a huge amount. So I think going up to a 40 capacity will be a bit too much. Unless we drop one of the vehicles, of course. But I'd rather not do that if we could avoid it. You are both 40. You're 35. Oh, and you're going faster, which is good. Ooh, you go faster and carry 20. So you carry a couple less. Do we have any carrying? You're carrying 25 at the moment. You're going up to the airport. You're 40 at 40. Ooh, that looks good, doesn't it? Let's have a look at our airport terminal here. Good. I have designed it as a straight through system there. How many have we got waiting there? It's just 17. Yeah, I'm not sure we warrant that a 40 capacity tram is warranted here. What's the capacity of these terminals? Up to 48. That's okay. I was just thinking, make this longer. It might look a little better if it was longer. I think I've got room to do that along the airport there. Actually, can I put in another passenger terminal? Oh, it says I can. Down there or up there. I'll put it up there. There you go. Yep, that looks better. Nice big stop for it to stop at. Okay then, let's make a decision, shall we, on these trams. Be nice to upgrade them. Get something new and novel in there. I'm thinking these, to be honest, they're faster. They don't carry quite as many. But then again, the streets we're running on... Sorry, I keep having to check things here. Because the streets we're running on, I think, what are their maximum speed? That's 31. Yeah, they're all the maximum we've got is 31. 37, we'll need to upgrade our streets to do that. And that's going to take some effort. So a 40 mile an hour tram, I'm not sure will give us much benefit then. In which case 37 is probably good. The LM8 can be used as a multiple traction system. It's called an aquarium because of its large side windows. We love large side windows. Yeah, carries 35. We'll put it on, shall we? What's our current running cost? 50. Running cost here would be 105. Gosh, because it's going faster, a lot faster, and is bigger. Go on then, we'll do it. There you are. Done. You are indeed a sexy looking tram. I like you. Very modern looking airport there. Right, we did talk of moving one of these tram stops. Oh, what did you do? What did you just turned round? There's no need for that, matey. What are you doing? Maybe it's because I've moved from a single unit to a multiple unit. I don't know. Anyway, I think that stop should be moved. I think we can move you up here. But that will mean tracking or adding tram track. So tools, can we add tram track? Yes. With catenary? Yes. So we will move you up here, here. Do we want to go onto this bigger road up top? We might as well. And then come down there into there. So our next stop is going to be there, isn't it? Okay, let's do that. Put you down there. I think that works. Okay, and let's just check what speed street we're running on. They're all the highest speed we've got at the moment, the 31 mile an hour street rather than the 19. So that's good. So I can now delete that stop and hopefully it will keep the name of it. He said, "Ooh, yeah, tram stop up here." And is that doing that? It has indeed. Excellent. Well, it goes down there, does it? And then round. Okay. What about this stop here? Okay, we could do with moving you along a bit, but we'll leave you for the time being. Okay. Now, with a slightly larger catchment area, hopefully that will add more passengers to the route. There we are, trams. I want to tackle a few issues that we've seen in freight distribution. There are quite a lot of those. One of which was we are getting some... Where's my map? There we are. We are getting some improvement in goods supply here. We're getting more plastic through our new oil wells and oil refinery here near Erewhon. So that's supplying oil into the plastics factory more directly. So we're getting more coming in there. That's doing better. But though we've got a lot of steel stacked up here, that's only because we're not getting enough plastic. Our steel line isn't doing well enough. If we look here on our steel foundry here, we're only level 1 and a bit. Yeah, we're not shipping much at all. I mean, it's got getting a good supply of ore and coal. So we're getting all that in very nicely, but look at that, that's pathetic, isn't it? So what we want to do, I think, is see if we can boost that production. At the moment we've got one, that's the wrong thing, this is what I want, we've got one train running this route, which is just taking steel up there, I think, isn't it? It's not bringing anything back. No, don't click onto that, no. So it's just taking the steel up there. And it's an old steam locomotive. It is train 71, which is modestly profitable, but I mean, yeah, not much. I mean, if you look at the route overall, it's yeah, there are numerous years. I'm running at half speed, so this is half year accounting periods here. There are years where it is pretty much in the negative, which isn't good. And you travel at 75 and you carry 234. There's a couple of things I'm wondering about here. I want to upgrade that train, I think, because I want to make it a bit more powerful. So let's do that first, shall we? So we'll get this this line back up. Come here, there you are. Get this train up. Go to manage vehicle, and what can we replace it with? We're using the flat car. That's fine, because we are only carrying steel here. There's nothing we can bring back, I don't think, actually, from up here, is there? There's grain and stuff. No, nothing much else going on up here, really, that we could take back usefully. Now that's fine. But what about the train itself? Can we replace that? We've got a steam locomotive. It is a fairly beefy P36. There it is, a 2286 going at 78. What about diesel? We've got you. You see? No. We've got one faster one, but it's not as powerful. Do I really want to change this loco here for a diesel one? Could double head it perhaps. Okay, if we put another one of those on there, which will give us 3.6 kilowatt power, and the cargo is going to be the flat cars. That's going to be you go. Well, you'll go at 75 anyway. The vanilla flat car though carries 18, the NAFI only 14, and the loading speed is 3. That doesn't make any difference. Okay, so could do that. Performance is good. Okay, we'll take that down to 216. Replace that. Okay, so we've now got this lovely new Indian locomotive. 2 of them. Looks cool. Looks very nice indeed. Ooh, so that's properly throaty. The 2 of them there. hopefully that will improve delivery of steel to the goods factory. The other thing I was thinking of to do with boosting production from that steel mill is we have another potential customer, and I've lost Baghdad. Where's Baghdad gone? There it is. We have got another steel mill. We've got 3 we could send steel to. That's our one machine factory. That's up here. That's the right at the other end of the map, pretty much, as we know. And that produces machines. But again, it could do with more steel. It's getting enough wood. And we've got the steel mill there, which actually could do it. But I'm wondering if we could supply steel up there from Baghdad. What's the logistics of doing that? We're coming out of here, so we'd want to go up to Erawan here, and we've got this. Now all this is doing is bringing machines back. That would make this route even more profitable. It's profitable already, 2.5 million. If we could take steel down for delivery to the... I like that idea. Okay, so our freight station here. We've got one route going in, which is coming up this track here. Oh, we could link into that, couldn't we, from here? Most definitely. Yeah, what's the other track doing? That is... Oh, that's the HS2. So that's the HS1, the first HS. From Kiev, Ajaxpost and Erawan. So we'd have to be careful about crossing onto that freight line, which we could do over here, couldn't we? Actually, let's see what that might look like. Can we do that? We don't need catenary on this. Could I take you across there? Are you... No? Okay. What about further up here? Could you do that? No, no, no. Up, up. No, it doesn't like doing that at all. I suppose we could have some sort of grade separated junction thing going on here, couldn't we, to do that? So trains coming out of here would flip. Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting challenge. Could we get... So we've got along here. This is the coal... Get out of there. That's the coal route, isn't it? Get that train. There it is. So we've got you going on there. There's just the one train on that. So we've got capacity, I think, on that rail there to bring in another service to take steel up to Erawan. That could work. Ooh, look, steam train. That needs to be upgraded. Are you profitable? Yes, you are. Oh, just the one train on. Oh, that's a long route as well, actually. Or could we deliver? Oh, could we deliver the steel by truck or something else? Actually, we have got this station here. Doesn't link into the steel foundry. That's annoying. I mean, that one does. This one doesn't. I wonder if I could put a little bit of road underneath there which would allow it to connect. In which case, if we took an extra track out of here, we could go over here, drop down on the correct side of that freight line. Yes. Okay. I've got have I put fences around here? I don't think I have. That's good. So I should be able to add more to this station. I might need to get rid of those buildings though. Okay, right, let's see what I can do with that. First off, I want to see if I can get a road under this station here that will then connect to the steel foundry there. Let's try that, see if I can do that, and if I can, then we will progress on to adding a new steel delivery route to Erawan for onward shipment by air of steel to Hong Kong. Does anyone do that? Is that likely to be profitable? In the game, possibly. In real life, less likely perhaps. Anyway, let's crack on. Another little bit of a speed building thing. I'll be back with you after this touch of soundtrack and building at speed. See you then. Okay, after a bit of faffing around and messing it up just because I could, and it's really not terribly elegant, it works. I mean, it's not a workable route in terms of any realism at all, but in terms of the game, it will do the job. Yeah, if we were to drive vehicles through that, they'd have to drive through this, unsightly tower of spikes going in the ground there, going through the ground there. But I was able to extend the station, this station up here. Let's smooth that one off a bit as well while we're here. Okay, we could extend the station by putting an extra building on the end here to make it closer. That station now includes the sawmill, the steel mill, as well as the sawmill. So we can send a train from there to Erawan, I think. So let's do that. Again, I'll just do this relatively quickly, I hope, as a bit of speed build, and we'll see if we can make this work. I'll be back with you again in another couple of minutes or so. So here's the proof of the pudding. We managed to get it. It's a bit slow around there, but freight goes slowly, especially if you're carrying something really important like steel, he said, hopefully. So let's create ourselves a new line. Can we get it to go from Baghdad Sawmill? Is that a good colour? Not really. Would bright white do? Okay, we'll try that. Don't think I've used bright white as a colour, to be honest. And we're going to the freight station here, which I've had to increase the capacity on. I mean, we could have left it as one cargo platform and they just wait out there. I mean, it's just one train to Ajaxpost freight hub and one train from Baghdad. There shouldn't be too much contention, but we want to minimise that as best we can, I suppose. So I put in a second track there, which will be for the main... I mean, it was a short platform anyway. We shall see, because that train to Ajaxpost actually looked quite long. I'll have to check that in a minute, because this was only a 160 length platform initially. Yeah, that train might... I don't know. Okay, going there. No, I want you to actually go to platform 1, and you can alternate to platform 2 if need be. It's done it. Okay, I'll call this one the Baghdad Steel Bulk, and we are carrying from Baghdad Sawmill. We're going to wait till full. There you go. And 100 seconds. Yeah, we'll try that. We're just going to be loading steel. It could take other stuff up there, which could be shipped off to Hong Kong and Port Moresby, but we'll leave that for the moment. We might want to do more, but for the time being, I just wanted to focus on steel, because I want to get that steel mill really pumping out hot metal as best it can. And we're going to take anything back from Erewhon? No, we won't load anything from Erewhon Freight. No, so we will unload just the steel. Now, of course, I always have a nasty habit when I do these specific cargo loadings of forgetting or missing one important step out, so the industry simply doesn't work because I've missed an unload or load at one end of the route. But hopefully I'll remember that, and that'll be fairly straightforward. Right, we've got that set up. We're going to need a train on there. We've got train depots here. You can not get to that line. Bother. Especially because I've got this building in the middle there in the way. Is it at all possible? I don't think I'd get across from there to there. I'm not sure it would be. Ooh, okay. In which, actually... So if we come out of this depot going up here to the steel mill station, we could, I think, cut across there to that. Yeah, that might work. That looks acceptable, I think. So, this, what was the trains we had coming out of here? We had that train there. So we've got you. We could, I suppose, clone you and then send you onto the Erewhon route. Let's try that, although of course you're going to miss out the steel mill to start with. So, yeah, I think we'll do this. So we'll clone you. And train 36. Can I put you onto the Erewhon steel route? It says I can. Let's see how that pans out. Oh, but before I do that, I wanted to check that Erewhon goods train, didn't I? So what length were you? 167. Oh, you're just a touch over the length of that platform, but you should be fine now. You're 18 years old. We could replace you, I suppose, couldn't we? Actually, let's do that. And we will replace you. You are presumably... Which one are you? You're not the biggest Russian, you're the SU. So that's you there. 1213 at 71, and you're using NAFIs, are you? Yeah, the NAFIs. Okay. Because we want to bring all sorts of stuff up from Ajaxpost into Era 1. It's a multi-purpose cargo system. Okay. Actually, power of that one. This one is, yeah, 81. Or do you want to go down to 65? I think it's a fairly long route. Let's do the speedy thing. So we'll put you on. And we want, although we're not using that full speed capability, but that's okay. The NAFI goes 75, which is the fastest we can do anyway at the moment on any of our wagons. Where is it? Oh, there you are. 75. You only carry 14, but what's your capacity at the moment? 112. 126. 180. Yep, we can definitely do that, he said. Hopefully. Where's our new train? I want to keep an eye on you. I've lost you. You're on the way up already. Oh, you are. Excellent. That's a nice sound actually on that one. You're going into Era 1 up here, and then you'll head on back to hopefully pick up some steel. Oh, there's a HS2 waiting. It's not a HS2, it's HS1. It's a Shinkansen. Oh, you're full already. And there are still people waiting. 89. Okay. So there are 4 Shinkansens on that route. We shouldn't wait too long for the next train. Okay, I think we will finish this episode here, I think. So we've taken out a double... Ooh, hang on, where's this going? Where's the front? There's the front. Oh, there's a Shinkansen racing away. Lovely. Yeah, so some trains have their camera in an odd position. Yeah, not quite sure. It's a modding thing, obviously, which I don't understand, but hey ho. Anyway, yes, so we have got high-speed track pretty much everywhere on the map now. We've got new trams in Hong Kong. We've sorted out a unnecessary double tunnel thing outside Surat. I want to replace those signals with electrics, really. I might do that off camera. We have improved a number of our old steam freight locos and added a brand new one which will hopefully bring new life to the Baghdad Steel Mill. And also, by allowing steel to be taken up to Erawan and then flown by aeroplane all the way to Hong Kong for making machines. We'll see if that pans out in the next episode of Transport Fever 2 One Hub. It's not the One Hub, that was my Transport Fever 1 series. This is the Island Hub. Dope. So, I will say thank you so much for joining me today for this episode. If you've enjoyed this, it'll be great to hear from you. A little bit of a like would be lovely. Just click on the old thumbs up button. Even better, if you've got anything to say about what I'm doing with the game or the game itself, or if you fancy having something named, a route, a train, a station, whatever you feel might be cool on this lovely island scenario that we've got here, then please do, whatever you feel like saying, drop a note in the comments box below. That would be awesome. And of course, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, you could do that now, and that way you'll know when I upload another one of these or any of my other Let's Play series. But from me, Ajaxpost, here in Transport Fever 2, until the next time, bye bye for now.